Oh, come on, bro. Déjate de eso.
No, man, I'm tired, bro.
Well, we set this time. I'm here. I came over, man.
Yeah, but it's always the same thing, man. Like I feel like we're not moving, we're not going anywhere.
Are you just looking at the subscribers, bro? Tú no puedes dejar que eso te pare.
Dude, but like nobody's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we doing these, man?
Bro. Cause
Like, yeah, I get it. Like, it was excited at one moment, and you know,
this is our passion, bro. Like, you want me to walk out of the studio?
dude, but
leave?
nobody likes it.
What do you mean, bro?
Nobody's watching. Like,
have you seen so many pastors, so many churches, bro? That was one of the first contents that we created.
Man, yeah, that's probably why we're doing this, because there's too many of them.
Too many podcasts?
No, too many pastors, and we have to like, you know, do a podcast.
I mean,
I don't know, man.
Bro.
Like,
maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe we just need to reinvent our content. Maybe it's not us, bro. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's just.
I'm sick of this,
bro. I know how you feel. I've been there.
I'm sick of this.
But let's just push through. Let's just do this episode. What do you think? We think we can do it?
Nah, I think you can do this by yourself, man.
Nah, bro. Bro, come on, man. Where you going, dude? Relajando,
What's
family.
up?
We here.
¿Qué lo que, mi gente?
Todavía estamos en esto.
Aquí estamos.
We're still doing it.
Yeah, man. Like, what's up with that, man? Like,
I don't know. I don't know what was wrong with that guy.
I don't know. Like, I feel like he was over though. That's it.
He walked
Like,
out and everything. Walked
But
out the studio.
he gave up too fast.
I know. I was trying to convince him.
Like, why?
You know?
Why?
It happens sometimes, you know.
Man, there's so much like forward that he's just like, you know, he gave up. He could have waited a little bit more though.
He could have.
He could have. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple more subscribers.
Right.
You know,
Right.
maybe just wait for like somebody to like, you know, hey, you're doing a great job, man.
Right.
Don't give up.
Right.
But now he
walked out.
yeah, he walked out.
out.
He was sick of it.
Right. And see, now in life, it's easy to walk out.
Man,
It's super easy to walk out.
I feel like the road is always open for that.
It is. There's always a door for that.
It's always there.
Except you're at the McDonald's on Holland. If you're in the drive-through lane, there's no way out.
No.
No.
Man, that one is always crowded.
Yeah. It's always crowded, and once you're in, bro.
Oh man, yeah, you have to
You're
go
in,
and
you're in.
send. You
Right.
have to do it.
Right. But you know what? Sometimes we need that in life. Or sometimes if that was built in, it will help a lot of people. Because it's easy to walk out. Sometimes on life, it's easy to walk out on people.
Oh yeah,
It's easy to walk out on projects, jobs,
yeah.
marriages.
I don't do that though.
You don't do that?
No.
Good, man.
Yeah,
That's why we're almost going on a year strong.
absolutely, man.
Almost.
Yeah. Hey, my people, thank you. This is because of you guys.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, it's yes, we do have a passion. It's on our heart. God put a little seed on our hearts, and we working on it. We
Right.
like nurturing it, and you know we're working towards it to grow.
Yeah.
You know, and give fruit.
Yeah.
But without you guys, it's not possible.
Right.
You know, and I'm talking to like those that subscribe, that follow us, and to you.
The loyalists.
You just got into this video, but you don't follow us. You don't know who we are, what we about. Stay there, and maybe you like it.
Yeah. And check
Yeah.
out our content.
Don't give up. You see, that's the thing. Don't give up.
Right.
Don't click out of it.
Right.
Don't
Stay.
go. Don't. Yeah. Stay
watching.
on this chat. Stay right here. Don't move.
Right.
Don't move.
It's only a little bit of your time that we're taking up. And we
Yeah.
appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
We
Yeah.
do. And so today, estamos hablando, relajando en serio family.
¿De qué estamos hablando?
I'm sick of this.
No, pero en serio, loco.
I'm sick of this.
Tú también.
Yeah, bro. I'm sick of this.
Man, we cannot be both sick. Ahora sí es verdad que no.
No, but we're talking about the theme. I'm sick of this. Because sometimes it happens in life. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we get, look, we're husbands. not to each other.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Not to each other. Not
Easy,
to each other.
easy,
We're
man,
fathers,
easy.
right?
Yeah,
We're employees.
yeah,
Right. We have you have a ministry.
yeah,
Right. I have a ministry.
yeah.
And sometimes all that gets tough. It gets hard to deal
Oh, yeah.
with. Hard to balance. We've done shows before talking about like that life balance. I think it was one of adulting, right?
Yeah,
It was
adulting,
one of
yeah.
our very first shows. If you check out our content, the very beginning, that was one of our first
It
shows.
might be. It might be.
It's on
right here.
Facebook though. It's on Facebook.
It will come out right
Yeah.
here.
It wasn't. That was before we moved to YouTube.
Oh,
YouTube, we love you.
Then never mind that he's not there.
But if you check out our Facebook page, we do have the link to that.
Yes,
We
yes.
do have the link to
So on the bio.
Right. You might have to scroll down 50 years.
Yeah.
But no, this is
And then don't judge us, right?
no,
Because when we started, we didn't have none of this. We didn't have a
Right.
studio.
right,
We didn't have a couch.
right. We were just in a living room
Yeah.
on
We-
some wooden chairs.
But let me tell you, dude, that shows right there that like perseverance.
Right.
If we would have quit right back then,
yeah, we wouldn't have had this
we wouldn't have this.
futon.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. We
and
wouldn't
then-
have had a space for our YouTube plaque when it
hey,
comes in.
YouTube, mira, we waiting for you right there.
Estamos esperando.
Bilingual. You
Creating
don't have that
space.
many. You don't have that many YouTube like that. Like
Right.
bilingual
No,
shows.
Right.
Come
We're
on.
We're creating space for growth.
Hey, míralo ahí,
Mm.
papá. ¿Viste? En fe. Estamos hablando
Somebody
por
could
fe.
preach on that tonight. Hallelujah.
Dale. No, pero en serio, bro. En serio. So, I feel like, imagínate, si no hubiéramos quitado antes. Tú sabes, pero yo creo que la perseverancia, y con eso no quiere decir que ha sido fácil.
Right.
Because it hasn't been easy.
Right.
Not because we don't want it to be easy. It's just life happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was something that we have to make it adaptable in our lives.
Right.
Because we have lives already.
Right.
Jobs, schedules, family. And we had to kind of like squeeze it in.
Yeah.
In our daily basis.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right. But I feel like that wasn't like an excuse to quit.
No. And like anything in life, whenever you start something new, you've got to create room in your schedule
Yeah.
for it, right? It's like somebody told me, I want to start going back to church. I've never, separated a time on a Sunday with my family for that, so I got to create time. So it's a process.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whether it's church, whether it's a job, whether it's a project, whether it's a venture, a business venture, it takes work to start,
Right.
and then it takes more work to maintain it.
Right.
And a lot of times that maintaining is what costs us, and is
Right.
what makes us get sick of this,
Mhm.
because it sometimes feels routine.
Yes.
And as humans, we get tired of routine, right? It's like if you have a diet and your doctor tells you, oh, your levels are red. We need your levels to get green. So you got to eat this.
You
and
see
that.
that's why I don't follow a diet though.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't get sick of it.
True.
Yeah, I just eat whatever I want.
Right. See, but then that can cost you. You know what I'm saying? That can cost you more
Oh,
things. You know what I
man.
mean? But that routine is important.
Oh yeah.
And it's like if you go to the gym, you have a set routine. And I'm not saying that after a while you don't mix it up, right? And so
Yeah,
you can
exactly,
work
yeah.
on different muscles and whatnot to build out other things. But that routine is kind of what builds resistance.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And resistance is what we need to not get sick of this.
Yeah.
It's like your immune system. So you don't get sick. You got to
You
have
have to keep
a routine and vitamins and all this good stuff. So, have you gotten to that point sometimes where you say, man, I'm done. I'm other than, earlier. Where you're like,
No, that was a skit.
that was
yeah,
a skit. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was scared for a moment, man. I was
No,
worried.
you're good though.
I was
You're good. You're good.
I didn't think we were gonna, do the show. No.
I mean, if I say no, I would be lying to you though. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is real. Just because, they label us, right? Like we Christians, whatever. The world can say like, well, you Christian, you shouldn't be or thinking that way, or, you have Jesus and it's true. But that doesn't like make us exempt, for getting
Right,
tired.
right.
for getting used to like of the routine. Um, and it's normal. I feel like it's normal. It doesn't matter how passionate you are about things. If we don't change, like you said, like if you don't change that routine,
Right.
you're gonna get tired of it
Right.
because it's every day the same thing.
Right.
You wake up, you get out of bed, you
Right.
stretch, go brush your teeth, shower, whatever it might be, breakfast, and drive, go to work. Go through your day at
Yeah.
work. Maybe it's the same exactly thing that you do
Right.
every single
Right.
day at work. It doesn't change.
Right.
And then you go home and it's kind of like the same things. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like you have, shorts at home and things like that. Spend time with the wife, with the kids, study, whatever you do, phone, TV, games, go to bed and yada, yada.
Right.
Again,
do
the
it all,
same
do
thing,
it all over again. Hit reset.
right? So on that one, it's kind of like hard to change that routine because there's certain things that are like already set
Well,
that way.
right, and so like church, right? You have like we have, for example, Sunday, Wednesday, right? And then sometimes
Yeah,
have
but
your
you
youth
cannot,
events.
you see, you cannot change those.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm getting at. And so like your job, Monday through Friday, boom, you got to be there. You got to work.
Right.
And so, it's easy to say, "Oh, I'm just gonna quit," or "I'm done with this." But
That's the easy way. Like that's
Right.
the first thing that comes,
right. But unless like you're working virtually or remotely, or
No,
you
that's
can
even
kind of
worse,
create your
though.
own schedule,
That's even
right?
worse.
Yeah. And then the thing is, like, if you do your own business, right? Like, so,
But
I'm sick of this.
it can get that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's
Right. But
you
then
do the same thing. Like
right. But then there's the work behind that. So everything takes work.
I mean, yes.
And
yes.
we can virtually or essentially get sick of everything.
You see, is something for those that follow me on Instagram. Recently I made a post, and you probably saw it.
I think I like that.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Is it platform versus altar?
Yes. So it was in Spanish, right? But to make the
So
whole
you wrote
post
that
like
quote
short.
yourself?
Yeah.
Nice.
So he's like, and it happens a lot. And we've been there as musicians, as ministers. We tend to get comfortable, in our daily things.
So I saw your leg in there with the snare.
Yeah.
So was that for only worshipers?
Well, not necessarily, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm talking about
it happens a lot. It happens a lot to worshipers.
The page, only worshipers?
Yeah.
Not only fans.
No,
we're
only
worshipers.
worship. Oh, that's a good idea, bro.
You just got it now?
Yes. Hey, we should
Right,
do that.
right,
Only
Right.
worshipers.
Sick of this.
I'm sick of
Gonna
it.
create an only worshipers page.
No, but like it happens, right? So we normally do things, we get comfortable, we get used to. We kind of like put it out there, like, well, I have to. That is a job. I need the bread. I need to provide to my family. So
See, and it's important to change that mentality too. It's not only that I have to, but I get to.
right. So and that's kind of like what I'm
Yeah.
getting, because it's the same thing. Like you build a platform. You build a business. You normally have to act on it
Yeah.
in order to have, profit. Same thing what we're doing here, right? We could just be like anybody else, and have brand new clothes every episode.
Yeah.
Have a makeup artist, haircuts, get pay thousands of dollars, to rent a place to studio, have own people that like edit and all this stuff,
Yeah.
and
We could even be paying for subscribers and
Right.
reviews.
So
and all that.
that's building a platform. And I'm not saying it's not right. You need to do what you need to do, whatever, you do it. But what we're trying to plan in here and make emphasis on here is like it's so different building a platform than building an altar. Boy, it doesn't make sense. You're gonna tell me, right? Well, when you build an altar and you compare it to like regular life, why are you doing this? Yeah, a job. You need a job in this life, to provide. But when you're working and when you're doing things on that workplace, are you doing it for your human boss or the supervisors that you have, or you're doing it for God?
Yeah.
So now you see how we're changing a little bit the mentality.
Right.
Yeah, it's canzón. yes, you have to, wake up and yada yada and all these things, and things might happen. But when we do it with the right heart, with the right mentality, now our perspective can change. Now our routine can change.
Right.
Because it might be exactly the same things. You may be working in a factory, and you have to do exactly the same movement
Right.
for 9 hours.
Right.
But how different it will be if you start mentally preparing yourself and say, I'm doing this for God. And then before you actually leave your house, you ask God to guide you through the day.
Right.
Maybe he's more creative than us.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he might make things change in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, and it's like, you get people that they'll quit their job because they get tired of their job.
right.
So go to another job. And then guess what they do? They quit that job again. You know what I mean? And so they're bouncing around and stuff like that. And so many times we want our circumstance to change when in reality, God is saying, I want you to change.
Jeez.
Or I want you to reinvent yourself.
Come on.
Because like you said, God's the originator, right? The original creator. And so, on day one, he did one thing. Day two, he did another thing. But you see, there was every day he did something.
Yeah.
Right? So every day he got up and he went to work per se. Right? Obviously, God doesn't sleep, so don't judge my theology, right?
Right.
I'm just giving an example. Relax.
Hey.
Relax. What does the church say? Anyway,
but if you miss it,
yes,
right here,
go check it out. But there is routine, but there's routine for a reason.
Oh yeah.
But it's like the Bible says, one day for God is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like a day.
Yeah.
So what you normally accomplish in one day, tomorrow you can accomplish way more. Although yes, we're limited to the 24 hours, but if we reinvent ourselves,
I wouldn't say limited, right?
Well,
because
you know what I mean. We're kind of contained on a day. We mentally we think day by day.
I mean, but we should.
Yes.
I don't think we think day by day.
That's true.
I think there's a lot of us.
Jesus actually taught us to think day by day.
Exactly.
Because every day brings us home.
Because that's the only way that you can actually.
Right.
So look at it this way. Now that you said that.
Yeah.
And this is just me, like flying around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If God wouldn't know, like if he didn't know his creation, and he wouldn't know, like, okay, we capable to live and think beyond 24 hours, he wouldn't have to put 24 hours in a day. So I think like even on that, he was so like perfectionist,
right,
that he put yo, these people that they cannot carry, more than that. So I'm gonna give him 24 hours.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So you're saying, like, for example, if the sun would never go down.
Imagine if our brains, and this is, you see, I don't, because this is the thing. Do you think time was in the beginning? Like there was 24 hours when Adam and Eve?
No, because God lives in eternity, right?
Right.
So it's like what I just quoted in the Bible. One day is like 1,000 years, because for God, time exists through Him. He doesn't exist
right. And before
time.
sin,
right,
there was no time.
Right.
He created time, but there was no like 24 hours. Right. So
it's funny because I just watched the episode of Bluey with our daughter. And so, Bluey says, I don't want to sleep. Like, if I can change the world, I would not, have no sleep.
Right.
So people just this stuff. And it's interesting that we get into this topic, because had we not had those boundaries established day and night, then humans would have gone and exhausted themselves beyond what we exhaust ourselves now.
Exactly.
Right? Because it's the 24-hour period, and we're sick of this.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if we would have had a constant, which in heaven it'll be eternal, right? But at that point we'll be transformed.
Well, yeah.
But on this earth, as flesh and blood, have we had a constant and never a stoppage, or a point where God says, hey, you need to reset? And we would probably just drive ourselves to our own death.
But He knows why, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's that's the thing. Like
right.
that's the crazy thing, though.
Yeah.
It's like, but I like that though. I like como se dice eso, analogy.
Yeah. Bluey.
Like,
Check out Bluey. Bluey's got some life lessons.
Hey. No, for real. They're good though.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
good. They're
yeah.
good. I sit down in there with my kids
It's
and
the
watch
Australians,
movies.
man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you,
Smart people.
they way ahead
wise,
of us.
mate.
They way, mate.
Wise, mate.
No, they're way ahead of us. But yeah, dude. Like I feel like we can, and I think that's something like the enemy wants to do with us. You know, make us give up.
Yeah.
You know, make us quit our dreams, uh, um, our plans. You know, all those things, and I feel obviously it's a mind game.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, even if you look at suicide, people they take their lives. Why? Because they see it as a door, as a way out, as an
Right.
escape.
Yeah.
Obviously that's not of God. Those are not godly thoughts,
Mhm.
right? But it looks easier.
Yeah.
And right, it's like the whole quitting thing.
Yeah.
Easier to quit than work it out.
I mean, yeah.
You know, and fight through it. But if we quit and we do that all the time and we make it routine, then we never accomplish anything.
Right.
Right? We never are successful. We never achieve neither what God has called us to achieve nor our own personal goal.
I mean, yeah, it's like the quote that I put in there, like, you know, like when we build an altar requires a sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know, you cannot build an altar without a sacrifice.
Right.
And 99% of the time,
Yeah.
we are the sacrifice.
Right. And
So it's like,
yeah.
if we're gonna suffer,
Yeah.
you know, you want to see the results, you have to go through.
Right.
You know, it's like when we go to the gym, is, you know, there's no what is it? No pain, no gain.
No, yeah.
You
No
know,
pain, no gain. Yeah.
so
And
I mean,
and it's
I don't know,
interesting
man.
when you look at it from that analogy of the altar, because when they would build an altar, they have rocks, right,
Mhm.
that signify a tribe. Right, in the Bible, if you look at the biblical context, signifies a tribe. And so it's like in our lives, there's things that we need to use to build our altar and put it before God.
Mm.
So, you know, using a rock to establish our altar, for example, maybe our ministry, our family, our jobs, our ventures, whatever ideas we have, and not worship the rock, but rather use that rock as to establish our altar to worship God.
There you go.
And so when we put it in the perspective of, okay, I want this to glorify God. And so if I'm doing it for God, I'm not going to quit. And so it's important to not glorify what you're using to build on,
Right.
but glorify who you're worshiping within that.
Exactly. And I'm glad that you brought that, and you know, as we kind of like moving closer to end. But yeah, it's true. Like, and that happens a lot when you lose the focus.
Yeah.
You know, like, who gave you the
Right.
job?
Right.
And most of the time, it's like, oh, you know, like I have a better position now. I'm
Right.
getting paid more,
Right.
and everything is like your job. Eventually, you're gonna start, like, you know, leaving behind your responsibilities at home.
Yep.
You know, your wife, your kids.
Yeah.
You know, your friends. You know, even yourself.
Yeah.
You know, because the love of,
Right.
or you actually worshiping.
Right.
You know, the provision instead of the one
The
who
provider.
give
Right.
the provision, the provider, which
Right.
is in this case is
Right.
God.
We get lost in it. It's easy to get lost in it.
Yeah, man, that's crazy though.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, if you guys, you know, feel or have felt before that you're being trapped on that routine, and you feel like that's it, you want to quit, and you're sick of this, I encourage you to not throw the towel. You know,
Right.
don't give up.
Right.
Don't give up. You know, there's so much more out there. There's so much more that you can do, that you can accomplish. So it wouldn't be fair for you and your loved ones if you just out of nowhere, you know, you quit.
Right.
It's hard. I get it.
Right.
You know, it's hard. It's not easy. You know, and if you watching and you Christian and you just, you know, you just allow God to, like, come to your heart and you new in this, it's gonna get harder, right? But that doesn't mean that we won't be able to make it.
Right.
You know, you have to keep pushing. You know, you have to believe in that word. You know, there's hope, but it's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have to make sacrifices in your life. You're gonna have to quit things that maybe those things that you keep doing are the ones that have you that way.
Right.
They have
Right.
you trapped on that. And yeah, it's good to quit sin. I'm not saying don't quit sin. yes, those things, yeah, go ahead and quit it right now.
Yeah.
You know, like give up. That's it. Like give it all to Jesus and walk away. But don't give up on your life.
Right.
You know, don't throw your hope away.
Right.
That's good. Like hope dealers.
Yeah, hope dealers.
Hope dealers.
Little bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
But no, yeah, it's like you said, if the Bible says the joy of the Lord is our strength.
Yes.
And so if we get lost in something, it's hard to have the joy of the Lord because one, the way it was I've kind of had that revelation is the Lord, I want the Lord to be pleased with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he's pleased with me, he has joy with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore he gives me joy.
Right.
And so when I'm in his will and I'm doing the things as they should be done and I'm focusing on him, his joy is going to emit to me. And so I'm going to have strength through his joy. And so I won't be tired and I won't be sick of this and things like that. So, if you're sick of this, reevaluate your focus. What are you focusing on? What is your target? Was it God and has it changed? And why are you doing it? We ask that question a lot. The intentions of the heart. Why are you doing what you're doing?
Yeah.
And if it no longer is because of the right reasons, then maybe you need to reinvent yourself, and maybe you need to change what you're doing.
Yeah. Man, that's good, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like next time I want to talk about. Okay, this is my question. As a minister of God, do you need money?
Do you need it? Yeah, to get things accomplished. Yeah.
Okay. To spread the gospel, do you need money?
Not necessarily. No. It doesn't cost me anything to knock on somebody's door.
Okay. So you earlier said that you need money, right, to do ministry. Now, where the money comes from?
From God.
Okay. So do I need to ask God? Or do I need to ask my neighbor that I knocked the door?
You can do both, but I would start by asking God.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good questions.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I just felt that, like, I don't know.
That's good.
Because maybe it's relatable. Maybe sometimes people quit.
Right.
Because they don't see a provision.
Right.
Maybe they quit because their dreams are so big and they understand, like, in order for them to get there, I need the money.
Yeah.
But you don't have it.
Right.
And then you quit.
Right.
You're like, well, I won't be able to do that,
right.
and then you quit.
Right.
So
what are you doing with what you have already? Is really the starting point.
So should I use a GoFundMe to find Jesus?
No.
I don't know, man.
I mean, it depends. It depends.
I don't know.
It depends.
I don't know.
Yeah. But Relajando en Serio family, we love you.
We love you.
If you're sick of this, then let's talk.
No, don't be sick of us.
No, not of us.
Because we're gonna keep going.
Don't quit on us.
We're gonna keep going.
And we won't quit on you.
But we never want to quit on you.
Yeah.
We here.
You got emotional?
I got a little bit emotional. I love these people, man.
Yeah, man.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love what we do. I'm never gonna get sick of saying that. We're passionate about this.
Right. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and hurt you.
Oh, no. Mi gente, los queremos mucho.
We do.
Suscríbanse.
Don't forget to comment below.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Comenten. Yeah. Suscríbanse.
Don't forget to hit that ding.
The notification button.
So that you know every time we go live.
Y dale ahí al thumbs up.
Yes, sir.
Like it. And even if you don't like it, go ahead and like it.
Right.
Yeah.
And share.
Help us out.
Support us.
We love you. And we see you soon.
And we will see you soon.
There you go.
And don't forget to siempre relajar en serio.